Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silver Stacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 30th day of May, 2022, I'd like to welcome you over to JM Bullion. But before I do that, I'd like to welcome you to join us this morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time and 6:30 a.m. Pacific to do a good morning to you with Tiny Numismatics. And this is number 151, folks. Now, looks like gold is up $4.47 to 1866.14. Silver's down 3 cents to 22.32. Platinum up $5.50 to 977.50, and palladium is up $6.87 to 2141.50. The in-stock silver, you're looking at 11.49. Our next stop today is going to be over here to the United States Mint, and it looks like the day after tomorrow, that's June 1st, 2022, the American Eagle 2022 1-ounce silver uncirculated coin at a West Point, New York drops, and we will be doing a live mint drop from I think it's probably Son of a Silver Stacker or Numistacking Nations channel to actually do that live mint drop. So join us there day after tomorrow. That is Wednesday. Now, here we go. This came out, I believe, early April, and it was an email form. It wasn't a news. It wasn't a press release or anything of that nature. And I suspect that it probably could have been. Anyway, here we go. American Eagle silver coin enrollments are closed. The 2022 American Silver 1-ounce proof coin from West Point, New York, the American Eagle silver 1-ounce proof coin out of San Francisco, California, and the American Eagle silver 1-ounce uncirculated coin from West Point, New York inventories have all been depleted. This marks the first time in U.S. Mint history that all American Eagle silver coins have been depleted through enrollments, and this probably should have been bold and underlined and highlighted. This is huge, folks. This is a really big deal. And one of the interesting things about this is that this particular year has a very high amount of American Eagles that have been produced, and they're all gone in enrollments. This is incredible. So during order processing and reconciliation, some units may become available. Those units will be made available to customers via a Remind Me notification. Now, if you have not signed up for Remind Me notification, please don't hesitate to take this opportunity to do so. And I will leave a link in the description where you can hit Remind Me for all 3 enrollments on the American Silver Eagles. Yeah. Now, let's keep on going here, and I want to show you that particular product. Now, they do say that, hit the Remind Me because they're all gone. Well, let's face it. What's going to happen probably is that this coin is probably going to become available on June 1st, and there's going to be a big, shiny, candy-like red button right there at noon. However, the thing is, with 160,000 totally product limit and 154,060 available, less enrollments, there could be maybe 4,000 or 5,000 of these available max, and at an order limit, a household order limit of 3, that could probably last maybe about 10-15 minutes tops. And this, it's just one of those things for this year. It's a year of a lot of things, limited releases, first releases for the American Women quarters. But really, this is probably the most striking thing about this year is the American Eagle mintages. It's really incredible. And at $67, this has gone up and it has not come down. So like I said, this product will be available for sale June 1st at 2022 at noon. If we don't see it, it would probably be a little bit of a surprise. And what they were talking about here on this email via the Remind Me. So once this does become unavailable after probably about 5 minutes, the next day they're probably going to possibly drop more at 7:30 a.m. They may even wait a week, right? So and what that does, that week's time, that would make that order processing all happen, right? And that reconciliation all taken care of. And they're like, okay, well, this is how much we have left over after order processing and reconciliation. And then we'll release those to the public. Now, will it be 5,000 like they did for the secondary drop for the Frosty Privy Mark? Not sure. But I do suspect there will be a hefty amount coming back, especially because of the Mint's recent behavior, not only with the American Innovation coins, not only with the Kennedy half dollars, but with the commemorative, right? So definitely some interesting going on, a number of things going on at the Mint, interesting things with the numbers going on at the United States Mint. That's what I meant to say. And that's really important to stick with that because let's face it, I know that Mike Unser does his fair share of work over there at coinnews.net. And when he produces those numbers, puts them up on the webpage, and only to have the Mint come back next week and say, well, you know what, we've got thousands less now. Well, what is going on over there? What is happening with those particular numbers? Are they reconciled sales? Are they orders, ghost orders? I'm not sure. It's just something that, anyway, we need answers on that one too, right? So like we had no answers about yesterday's video about what's going on with those. Well, we need more answers what's going on with the numbers. Now, over here to numismatic news, and this is an article by Richard Gidroyich, May 27. I hope I got enough time here. It says U.S. cash is here to stay, and I really dig this article. Some financial instrument observers continue to gleefully throw out statistics arguing in favor of the assertion that coins and banknotes are on their way out and will be replaced with a cashless society. If this were true, then why are so many people flocking to coin collecting? I have an answer. And why are record-breaking prices for rare coins continuing, not only in the United States, but worldwide? Electronic payments may be convenient for particularly expensive purchases, but the instruments have their limits, not to mention their lack of privacy. We need to pay attention to statistics these people use to defend their position, but as we know, statistics can be manipulated to make any argument sound plausible. Realistically, cyber money will likely become one more monetary instrument alongside checks, credit cards, and much more, but cyber money will not replace physical cash. Yeah, I don't know. I think you could easily make that argument that it will, but maybe, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And it says right here that, why are so many people flocking to coin collecting? Could it be that the market is kind of scary? They don't want to have to, they're looking for investments that are going to hold value instead of things that go up and down rapidly and violently, right? Chaotically. You never know. And that's why I think people are getting into the coin collecting market, because they see that, some of these coins are worth a lot of money. And they, all you got to do is go to eBay and check out some of the sales on these, right? Now, let's keep on keeping on here. It says here the U.S. Mint continues to issue incredible volumes of coins. More than 1.27 billion coins were produced during April. That's right. Now, it says here you don't have to look how far to see how collectible coins are performing. The Heritage Auction held at the recent Central States Numismatic Society convention realized more than $42 million. Gold coins may have been the shining star at that sale, but there is much more to collector coins than that. So, and I think this is really good advice on what we should collect. And it says here, common date but condition rarity coins comprised of other metals such as certified PF 67 1907 Barber and a certified Proof 67 Cameo 1867 Seated Liberty Quarter were among recently auctioned offerings. So I'm going to go back to this one, right? Common date and condition rarities. Now, obviously, if you go back to here, that's a lot of money. You go back to here, it's a lot of money. So what can you do to maybe acquire some of the ones that are more common date but condition rarities that are more easily obtainable, right? Well, we got to look to 2020, 2021, and 2022 products from the United States Mint. I would start there and go from there, and maybe even look at the W quarters, right? Because somebody says that those products or prices are rather coming down. Wouldn't that be interesting? That would be very interesting. So it says here, so were proof coins, an area of collecting coins that is often viewed as a market laggard. That's right. The demand for bullion coins continues despite some recent precious metal spot prices declines. Ask any coin dealer how quickly his or her inventory is turning over. Coins and banknotes are here to stay. The collector market for them continues to thrive. Isn't that incredible? So that's right. And that just goes to show you that I believe it is a seller's market. Now here to coinworld.com. There's an article by Chris Bulfinch published May 27. And there's a couple things I just wanted to touch base on here. And it's about the Wilma Mankiller quarters. And there's actually two things happening for this particular release. It says here, Mankiller American Women $250 release is nearing. And that's right. It's going to be June 14th. However, we know on June 6th, there's something going on in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. And there's actually been an additional item that's added to the Martin Luther King Memorial Library in Washington, D.C. on June 10. So let's kind of explore something going on with that. Now, two release events for the third 2022 American Women $250 honoring Wilma Mankiller are scheduled for June 6 and June 10. The first at the Cherokee National Capital Museum in, Tahlequah, Oklahoma, and the second at the auditorium of the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Library in Washington, D.C. Now, we know at the June 6 event, they're going to be selling some quarters, right? But I don't believe they're going to be selling any quarters at that second event on the 10th. It says here, 40 coin rolls of the $250 are available for purchase for $10 $1,000 each at the June 6th event. Will it be a Philadelphia and a Denver roll? With a limit of 2 rolls per customer, the event provides $50,000 worth of the quarters to bank trusts. Now, will they be the items from the actual mints, like the ones in the packaging that we see, right? Those 3-roll sets, will they break those up, or they make the 2-roll sets, or will they break those 2-roll sets up and hand them out individually with mint rolls, or will they say, hey, local bank, we need some bank wrap rolls, bring them here? We need to really find out what's going on with this, because if they are mint wrap rolls, I think it'd be a huge miss for the grading companies, PCGS, NGC, or even Annex, to miss out on that event to get some of the first day of issue, right? Because that's exactly what they would be, right? So if these grading companies say that they're all that about first day of issue, this, that, and the other, why not take advantage of that, right? So I'm going to leave that there. Now, at the time of this writing, confirmed guests for the panel discussion, and that's exactly what it is, at the June 10th event include Red Horse Mole and Michelle Thompson, Chief of the United States Mint Program Management Office and the American Women Quarters Program Manager. The discussion moderator is National Women's History Museum Board member Mary Smith, the first women Native American president-elect nominee of the American Bar Association. Other confirmed participants include Richard Reyes Gavilan, Executive Director of the D.C. Public Library, and Susan Whitting, National Women's History Museum Board Chair, who is to deliver introductory remarks prior to the screening, and I'll show you what the screening is all about. And Thompson is to deliver the event's concluding remarks, according to White. Now, this event will take place at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Library in Northwest Washington, D.C. at 6:30 p.m. Admission is free. However, you are needing an RSVP, right? And this is basically a documentary that they're going to be screening. It says right here, the documentary Mankiller premiered at the Los Angeles Film Festival on June 19, 2017. It was directed by Valerie Redhorse Mole with Gail Ann Hurd as an executive producer. Interested readers can learn more about the film at here, mankillerdoc.com. And, well, I'll show you this right here. Now, I know I've got only just a little bit of time left, but here we go. In celebration of the release of the Wilma Mankiller Quarter, this is the flyer I found. The National Women's History Museum, in partnership with the D.C. Public Library, with support from the United States Mint, invite you to Mankiller, Activist Feminist Cherokee Chief. Look at all these awards that they have here. Special screening and panel discussion. That's really cool. And it's not going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be streamed, which I think is a complete miss. And says here RSVP is required by Friday, June 3rd. That is just coming up the end of this week. Seating is limited. National Women's History Museum, American Women Quarters, and D.C. Public Library. Good stuff there, folks. And if you're able to attend that, congratulations. That's awesome. And please do tell how that went. Now, next one here is the Wilma Mankiller trailer for that LA Film Festival, June 14th. Through the 22nd. I think it said it was premiering on the 17th, but you can check it out here. And that is a 3 minute 9 second trailer. Good stuff there. Whew. And now to my plus 2s or plus 1s today, folks. I appreciate you listening to me go on and on and on and on so fast, and I do appreciate your patience. Now, over here, this is a song by Kansas called Dust in the Wind. It's an excellent song. It's got lyrics on screen, and it is in high definition. Great sound, full-bodied sound right there. Now, over here to the next plus 1, and it is by Franklin D. Roosevelt. And I guess it's in homage or in honor of today's Memorial Day. And it says, those who have long enjoyed such privileges as we enjoy forget in time that men have died to win them. Yeah, Franklin Roosevelt said that. So let's go ahead and remember, and be happy that we even had men that could, and women too, right? That were, that sacrificed everything, and their families. Just thank you so much. And, if we can take a time out during the day and have a moment of silence for all those folks that worked so hard and gave their lives for our freedoms today. So listen, folks, I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're hearing, please subscribe to the channel. It's free. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.